defensive play against Charlotte overall and yours?
I think we executed the game plan well. You know, it all happens. You either win or lose the game, and we won the ball game. We did what had to be done. You know, we kept them out of the end zone, forced them to a field goal, so great red zone defense by us, and held them to 3 points, which was a success on our terms. We met one of our goals, so we're excited to be out there. We, you know, could have played better ball, and we're still trying to look to play 60 minutes. We still haven't played 60 minutes all year, so that's what we're looking for.
How's your health, your knee?
I was back out there playing. Everybody saw I was back out there. So, you know, just coming from knee surgery to being back playing with my teammates in Neyland Stadium, nothing gets better than that. You know, being here for a 5th year, I'm a redshirt senior. I pictured, you know, whether I was going to be out there or not, and just think about I'm back out there playing with my teammates, playing in front of all of those fans is definitely a blessing, and it just shows how good, you know, the rehab process went. You know, the new training staff and everything like that, and everything went according to God's plan. So I'm just thankful to be out there and even get one snap with my teammates.
Todd, do you feel like you're, I mean, I hate to use percentages, but I mean, do you feel like your old self, or is this just kind of, hey, the knee is what it is, and I'm good enough to play, and I'll adjust my game to whatever I am physically at this point?
Well, I feel like personally I'm out there to compete, and I never put my team at stake if I was not able to play the ball game. So just to be able to compete and be out there with my teammates, I think is huge. And it's a great aspect of just showing terms of how hard I've worked, the times that I put in, and I've been on crutches for 6 to 8 weeks to now running, making tackles, making plays, making hits, and celebrating with my teammates, and that's what it's all about. So I'm good enough to be out there, healthy enough to be out there, and that's why I am.
What went your decision to come back this year, and how tough a decision was it? Was it something you had to go back and forth on, or were you kind of leaning this way the whole time?
It wasn't a tough decision at all. You speak about the program, University of Tennessee. It's my pride and joy. My blood runs orange. Grew up here, Knoxville native. So when I had a decision to come back again, why would I not try to extend my career for this ball team and for this community in this city? You know, I wanted to play for Coach Pruitt. He's a great coach, great defensive mind. You see all the things that he's done for us, all the things he's done in the past. And we all him and take pride in what he's teaching us, and I just wanted to have a chance to play with him for 1 year. So without a doubt, you know, there was no doubt in my mind that I wanted to come back.
After you got hurt again in the offseason, was there any concern that maybe you wouldn't be able physically to play this season, or did you always kind of know you'd be able to get back?
Same timetable, you know, talk to my surgeons and doctors and everything like that. So there's nothing out of the ordinary from that incident, and you know, the same timetable in terms of recovery.
When did you feel like you were going to be able to get back? I mean, when did you mentally kind of believe, hey, this thing's going to respond and I'm going to be able to get back and help my team?
Well, I think going through the recovery process and getting surgery, and I actually got surgery on the same knee my freshman year of high school, and it hadn't bothered me till I got here my junior season. And it's a big mental thing to be mentally strong, because physically your body can be one thing, but if you're not mentally there and ready to go with your injuries and all things of that nature, then it's hard to be out there and compete. And so that I'm going to trust this staff, trust this program, and when they say I'm ready, I'm going to be ready without hesitation. It's my last season to give everything that I've got. I've been playing football for over 15 years now, so just to think that, you know, this is my 5th year, senior season, when they say I'm ready, I know I was going to be ready to be out there on that football field.
What was it like early in the season to have to sit and watch?
Just because as a freshman, sophomore, junior, and I sat out my senior year, I had always been on the football field, and so it was a time for me to sit back and help these young guys, teach these young guys what it means to be a veteran, what it means to play for this program, all the tradition, all the history, and just sit them down, teach them things that were out of the ordinary for them, because they go high school seniors, all Americans, all things of that nature to play in SEC football that I was younger. So just to teach these young guys what it's all about playing for the University of Tennessee, I think was big for me, and that's the role that I fulfilled.
What's a freshman corner and you're a safety, and you're trying to explain to me what it means to play at Tennessee? What does that sort of look like?
Well, first it starts with academics. We're all student athletes, and so I tell them that you take care of your academics before you take care of things on the football field. Explanatory as itself. I came into this season as a graduate in biological sciences, and I told them getting your degree is the utmost importance when you come to the University of Tennessee. It's a great program, historic program. Next, I talk about the alumni and the tradition and all the people that have came and played before you. Cornerback, for example, Jason Allen, Terry Fair, who coaches on the team. You can look him up, look up his stats, his statistics, his history, and all of that nature. So I think things really stand out for me. And then just playing ball and having fun and doing what you do and believing that you're here for a reason, because Coach Pruitt brought you here because he knows what you can do. So just having that confidence going out there as a young freshman and believing in yourself as well as your teammates.
Todd, what did you learn about yourself through this? What is something you learned about yourself through this, all these last, especially the last few years when you haven't been able to do what you love the most?
I can't play forever. Dad always tells me NFL stands for not for long. So, you know, football. But for me, I feel like you make relationships, you meet new people, and it's the love that keeps you in it. Because sometimes you're not going to always be out there on the football field when you want to, but the love keeps you driving, keeps you focused, keeps you motivated, which is why I supported my teammates, going out there on the sideline with my jersey, screaming as loud as I could like a fan, on the sidelines while the coaches were trying to coach them on the whiteboard. Just small things that mean so much to me because I love this game so much.
Todd, going through the injury, did it make you have that much more love for the game, you know, going through the ups and downs?
I think it did. I think it really did. You know, when you go through certain things in life, things don't always go your way. And so for me, I consider myself, you know, somewhat of a roller coaster ride because it's not always smooth. It's not always the way you want it to go or be. And I've been here for 5 years. I've seen a lot, experienced a lot, and I'm thankful for everything that happened. And I feel like everything does happen for a reason. And I'm blessed to still be here in this program today. So just a guy and going into, you know, my senior day, which is next week, so 2 more weeks from now. First we have to focus on Kentucky. But I've experienced a lot and seen a lot, and I'm just thankful and grateful for everything that this university has given me.
Was there a point where you thought you might not get to play football again here?
I'm myself of anything. I think that going into the surgery, you know, I know it was supposed to be successful. And I'm never going to have a doubt in my mind, and I'm going to give it all I have until I finally can't go. And with that being said, you know, I never had a doubt in my mind that I wasn't going to play the game of football again.
Todd, how much do you stoke up these last few games? Just because, I mean, I can remember you as a little kid running around out there when you and Blaze Taylor were playing football after practices when you were 5 and 6 years old. And now 12 years later, or actually longer than that, you know, you're wrapping up.
It's almost surreal. I'm trying to live in the moment as much as possible. I think that when I look back and get a little older, I'll realize all the things that have been accomplished here and all the successes and enjoyments that I've had at this university. But I think, you know, my career is coming to an end here, and it's been a great time, an awesome time. I've enjoyed it. I've learned so much about the game of football, about this program that I didn't even know when I was younger, coming to every home game, in the stands, section YY, looking down on Tennessee Volunteers running through the T. And now to think about that, I have only 2 more opportunities to do that. It's a blessing, and I'm going to cherish every moment.
What's next for you after football?
I'm on the same page as you. I'm unsure. I'm just right now focused on this team, the successes that we have, hopefully coming up in the future, and focusing on a game at a time. And I think when the season comes to an end and I'm no longer a Tennessee Volunteer, for this 2018 team, I think that's when I can look towards the future and see what my next goals are.
How have you kind of had to change yourself as a player these last couple of years because of the knee issue? Have you kind of had to change your game at all because of it? Or?
No, I think, you know, football comes down to going out there, giving your all, giving all the energy you've got for yourself and your teammates, and executing the plays at stake. And I think the X's and O's are drawn up, but when it comes to me out there, I go hard every play, and I don't try to limit myself because of something that's happened in the past. I think you've seen a lot of guys that have had injuries and had surgeries and end up being way better than they were before. And I think just at least trying to have that mindset is important to me, and to not limit myself mentally.
What word would you use to describe Denny Snell?
He's explosive. He's strong. He's an athlete. You know, he's an all-around football player. He can catch it out of the backfield. Great runner with the ball in his hands. I think we've all seen that. Just watching him on film and seeing everything that he's done this year, he's a problem on that football field. And statistically wise, you can see all the things that he's done. So he's a great player.
What would it mean to you in this program to get to a bowl game?
I think it would be great just to finish my year off with a bowl game, especially for this new staff. I think that's everyone's goal, to try to win all the games that we have left on our schedule and not sell ourselves short for anything less than that. So I think it would be big time, and I know that it's one of my goals and dreams to hopefully finish off my career playing in a bowl game for the University of Tennessee.
When was your surgery? If you refresh my memory, when exactly was your surgery?
I'm not sure the specific date. I'll have to check with the training staff.
Todd, have you seen your game change under Charles Kelly and working with Pruitt on his defense?
Well, yes, they've implemented a lot of their techniques and ways of coaching, and Coach Pruitt and Coach Kelly work hand in hand. So when we're in defensive back meetings and defensive meetings, Coach Kelly and Coach Pruitt are both chiming in on the ways the defensive backs move, the way we act, the way we run to the ball, everything. And so I think that speaks volumes of the two coaches that have came in here and tried to make an impact instantly. And you've seen their track record, all the guys that they put into the NFL, a lot of first and second rounders. So they're great coaches, and I'm very thankful for them to be here, and I think that they'll be very successful in their career here at University of Tennessee.
Do you keep up with Webb still?
My coaches every now and then, as well as Elijah Howard. He's a good player. I think he just got injured though, so he's out for the season. But yeah, it's my alma mater, so I try to keep up with them as much as I can.
What about their season this year? They're still alive.
Yeah, they're still. You know, Coach Meskey's gonna give it all he's got. He's been there for a really long time. I love my high school, and I went to games, but we're always in the hotels for the football games. But playing here, you know, I'll go back and hopefully be able to support as much as I can.
Todd, how valuable is it for Thompson and Taylor to be out there at outside corner and get all the reps as freshmen that they get so soon?
I think it's very important for them, and I know that they're ready. You know, they came in one play, and I think that's a big thing. A lot of guys that they're great character guys that want to play football, want to succeed, and want to have a future in football. And both of those guys, Thompson and Taylor, they implement everything it means to be an SEC cornerback. They're fluid in their back pedal, they're aggressive, and they love going to get the ball. They're both ball hawking players. So I think them being out there speaks volumes of their determination and their focus and drive to play freshmen, as well as the trust that the coaches have in them.
How have you seen Nigel Warrior develop and adapt to now this coaching staff?
Put upon himself to film, put extra time in so that he can be a successful player in this program, as well as for these coaches. And he's a great, you know, freak of nature. He can jump, he can run, he can hit, he's strong, he can do basically anything you ask him to do. And so him with these coaches is going to be a great opportunity for him, and he's just taking it a day at a time and learning as much as he can so that he can make plays on that football field.
One more for Todd. I
know you said you have future, but is coaching one of those things that could potentially be in your radar?
You know, my dad coached me in Little League, so I have a bit of taste of what coaching is about. He was pretty hard on me, and I never knew why, but now I understand. For trials and tribulations when you get to college, you know, it's all constructive criticism, and I love him to death. So coaching is an opportunity. I'm open eyes and hopefully have a lot of different opportunities that I can choose from in the future.
Thank you.